Hello, Brobs. We're back with more books. New books arrival. New book arrivals. I can't talk. I think it's number 235. Let's get to it. I was at the thrift store today after I went to an estate sale, and I had a decent pile of books. I think it was 10 or 11. And then one of the guys who's a frequent shopper there that I see almost every week, he suddenly apparently goes to the back and gets his bro to pull out 3 baskets full of books. And he proceeds to, I noticed right when I was just about ready to leave, I see him come up with a basket, and then the guy comes back with 2 more. And the guy's just going, blah, 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 scanning books and throwing them into the basket. I'm just like, dude, what are you doing? Anyways, this is one of them that he did not pick up. Chitty, Chitty, Bang, Bang, The Magical Car by Ian Fleming. And I'll be honest, I had no clue that Chitty, Chitty, Bang, Bang, if this is the same one that the movie's based after, which I've also never seen, but I've obviously heard about it, that it was based on an Ian Fleming book. Maybe it has nothing to do with it. I don't know. I thought that was pretty amazing. And this guy had no clue what Chitty, Chitty, Bang, Bang was. I'm not saying I'm an enthusiast, but this is obviously a hardcover, ex-library. Where the hell's the title page? Tell me there isn't one. That would be tragic, because it kind of looks like it's missing something there. Maybe I overestimated the value of this book. Or is it just a weird binding? I think so. 64. Chitty, Chitty, why is this at the front? Anyway, now I have a copy of Chitty, Chitty, Bang, Bang, which I had no comprehension that it was a book on cars, or by Ian Fleming. Mr. Britling sees through it. H.G. Wells. Mr. Britling lives in the quintessentially English town of Matchings, Easy, in Essex. He is a great thinker. Yeah, it's a classic reissue. The Black Death. And I can't read this writing for the life of me. Not only am I colorblind, but there we go. Welcome and much needed synthesis. Ziegler writes, and that's just a review. Obviously, it's about the Black Plague. A series of natural disasters in the Orient during the 14th century brought about the most devastating period of death and destruction in European history. The epidemic killed 1/3 of Europeans' people over a period of 3 years. The resulting social and economic upheaval was on a scale unparalleled. Blah, blah, blah. So yeah, another book on plagues and that sort of thing. This book will go into my pile of for sales. Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco. A quest for vengeance that will unleash hell itself. No, it won't. A bunch of bullshit. A Fable by William Faulkner. I've never read anything by Faulkner. I probably never will. I should be reading The Count of Otranto, or The Castle of Otranto. William Faulkner, A Fable. A Fable is set far from Faulkner's famous Yoknapatawphi County. The novel opens in France. Donna Tartt, The Little Friend. You can see over there on that shelf. Right there. I have 3 other copies, but this one was sitting in a basket right when I walked in. Huge scratches, and I don't know what the hell that's from. Sitting on top of the basket when I walked in, so it was the first book I grabbed. I was hoping it'd be signed or something, but it is none of those. And I actually thought it was The Secret History when I first saw it, but it was not. So now I have 4 copies. Or is it 5? No, it looks like 4. 4 of this and 4 of the Goldfinch. I'm still holding by my prediction that numerologically speaking, that she's due to have a book out this year. Invoke the Goddess, revised and updated edition, connecting to the Hindu, Greek, and Egyptian deities, by Kayla Trobe. The magical book is especially designed to help you access and interact with deities who can provide blessings, insight, and enhancements to the quality of your life. To your quality of life. Listen, man, no fucking deity's coming back to teach you anything. I like the cover, though. It's great. I mean, the concept is pretty cool. Really, if you think about it, it's just mythology, applying it to your real life, even though you have no life. When you're trying to connect to a Hindu, a Greek, or Egyptian deity. Sekhmet. Come on, dude. You think this fucking bear is going to come and talk to you? Hey, bro, I think you can do it. I know you can. All you got to do is put your mind to it, bro. Thanks, Hecate. Mr. Stydek. Oh, that's Hecatomb Stydek. But yeah, there's that. Retail Gangster, the insane real-life story of Crazy Eddie. Telephones, computers, cars, stereos, and alarms, records, tapes. Apparently, he was a retail gangster. Crazy Eddie was one of the most brazen, long-running frauds in history. For 20 years, the criminal mastermind Eddie Antar fooled everyone he came into contact with, from Wall Street masters of the universe to the government, the media, and the people who came into his stores. Retail Gangster ties together all the strands of the Crazy Eddie story in an immensely readable and enjoyable narrative filled with fascinating characters. For those of us who lived in New York in the 1980s and 1990, Crazy Eddie was part of the city's unique DNA. I closely followed the news reports of the chain's rise and fall. It was not until I read Gary Weiss's extensively reported and wonderfully written Retail Gangster that I realized how little I knew. Apparently, Eddie had a fucking store, and I mean, obviously he was selling shit, so I don't know any more to that. Close to Shore, a true story of terror in an age of innocence. I believe this is a shark attack. Shark in Hudson near Terrytown. During the summer before the United States entered World War I, when ocean swimming was just becoming popular and luxurious. I'm pretty sure that wasn't when it was just becoming popular, but we were thriving as a chic playland for an opulent yet still innocent era's new leisure class. Americans were abruptly introduced to the terror of sharks. In July 1916, hey, that's when my house was built. The lone great white was pulled from the deep ocean by a current of the Gulf Stream and headed in the direction of the New Jersey shoreline. There, near the towns of Beach Haven and Spring Lake, and incredibly a farming community 11 miles from the sea, the most ferocious and unpredictable of predators began a deadly rampage. The first shark attacks on swimmers in U.S. history. For Americans celebrating an astoundingly preposterous epic, much like our own, fueled by the wizardry of revolutionary inventions, the arrival of this violent predator symbolized the limits of mankind's power over nature. John Le Carre, Smiley's people. This seems like an early edition, so I will put this in the to sell list, as I do with all John Le Carre books. Sounds like it's raining out there, buddy. The Celtic Consciousness. All about the Celts. As if I didn't have enough books on the Celts. Witchcraft Therapy, your guide to banishing bullshit and invoking your inner power. I mean, the irony of all that. The worst part was I was in line standing and I opened the book and I noticed this. But the lady was just calling me to come up to the register. And so I just kept it. 50 cents. So even though it's broken, I might actually have a second copy of this. Which, if it's worth anything, I will sell it. I probably should have scanned it, but I got sick of, I don't know. It's day off. Don't really feel like doing anything. So there we are. Gore, Vidal, Lincoln. This was sitting on the top of one of the aforementioned baskets where the guy with the scanner had no chance to get to it before I could. So now I have a Gore, Vidal. Obviously, it's a modern library reissue of the book. I don't know what year it's from, but it must have been through, I don't know if he had an agreement with these guys or what, but 1998 modern library. Nice copy, autographed. I don't know who just gives something like that away, but I'll accept it. Probably a $25 book at most. Volume 2 of the Broke. I know these are the first and second books of the Broke cycle. Not that I know the books, but I don't think this one's part of that cycle. But again, I was too lazy. I had gone to an estate sale and looked around for a long time and stupidly left behind all the... There was like a 14... Oh, look at this. Jizz on there. There was like a 14-volume set of some lectures by some guy I'd never heard of. I could probably look it up on eBay. And they're probably worth $100, and I could have got them for $1 a piece. But for some reason, I just said, I don't want them. And I honestly should have got them. And then there was like a 25, 30-volume set of Dickens, which I could have got for $1 a piece. And probably sold for $200. But for some reason, I don't know. It was a foolish notion not to get them all, but I just didn't want them. But these fucking books, for some reason, I said, yeah, I'll get these. Neal Stephenson. But I mean, just looking at him, I don't like him. No offense to the guy, but come on. 50 years old, get rid of the fucking goatee, the beard. At least he doesn't have like a fucking nose piercing. Mysteries of the Unknown, Phantom Encounters, Psychic Powers, and Psychic Voyages. I believe I have a couple of these. I can go look at my book room number 1. Oh my god. Ain't easy. Whoa. I'm caught on the chair somehow. Hey fucker, let me go. Thank you. To go on there. Let's see if I have any of these fucking things. I know I have some of them. Walk into a dark room. See what I got. Where the hell are they? I know I have some of these somewhere. I moved them, I know. No, I don't. I do have them. Psychic. Mystic Places, Psychic Voyages. So I already have this one. Well, that's a shame, ain't it? Alright. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. I need to spend more time in this room. Love this room.